Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my 2-hour evening routine to help you be more productive. Most people lose their evenings due to autopilot and end up feeling guilty and unproductive. And I was exactly the same. Every day I'd come home from work exhausted and automatic to just playing games and not actually working towards my goals that I wanted to achieve. So let me break it down and help you so you can understand why it works and how you can make it your own. Most people fall into something that I like to call the evening black hole. It's where you just default to the things you usually do by playing games, watching TV, listening to music, eating snacks, eating food, and just saying I'll do it tomorrow. Passive rest isn't real rest, it just leaves you more drained and feeling guilty that you haven't achieved your own personal goals. It's not about laziness or discipline, and it's not about having a system, because that's what the routine I'm about to tell you gives you in the first place. If you take nothing else away from this video, one thing I want you to remember is evenings aren't wasted time, they're prime time. Productivity isn't about giving yourself more work, productivity is about being more intentional. Real rest, such as things like hobbies and reading, things that actually motivate you to want to do more, that's real productivity, whereas passive consumption isn't. So here's my exact 2-hour evening that I personally use that I think can also help you. Feel free to edit this however you like. I just finish work at 4, so I get home at 5. It's just whatever way you want to do it, whatever time you get home from work, just give it 2 hours from after that time to decompress yourself, which leads us into the first stage of my 2-hour framework. So I get home from work at about 5. I give myself 8 to 10 minutes when I get home to just change out my work clothes, not look at any screens. Just gives me a chance to realise that I'm not at work anymore and I'm in a safe space, and I know that work's actually ended. When I get home from work, I also don't look at any emails, anything left over from work really, messages, calls, purely just to understand and give myself time to readjust to being at home. Then I'll go and make myself a healthy dinner because nutrition is really important, same with drinking. And as soon as I've made the meal, I'll sit down and I'll watch TV. I won't sit and watch Instagram Reels or TikTok because short form content is just a short dopamine release, where if you learn to sit there and watch long form content, you'll enjoy it more and it's just overall better for you. Meal prep's also a really good tip. If you don't enjoy cooking, which I don't, I just meal prep on a Sunday and I'll make a few meals for the week, and then I also haven't got to cook, which takes time out of my day, so I have that extra 20-30 minutes where I don't have to cook and I can do something more productive like reading or going out to the gym or going for a run. Then after that, I'll set aside 30 to 45 minutes to work on one of my own personal goals. So I like YouTube, it's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'll set 30 to 45 minutes aside every night just to work on a personal goal, no matter what it be. Remove any distractions, so things lingering in the back of your mind, get them finished, or put your phone on Do Not Disturb. It's a really handy one that I have, so I use it at work as well. There's specific work modes, sleep modes and focus modes that you can use on your phone, or you could even just have normal Do Not Disturb on. Consistency beats intensity. Even if you just spend 20-30 minutes a day on doing something towards your personal goal, in the long run you'll feel better about yourself and you'll enjoy it more. Then after like 30-45 minutes of work, what I'll do is I'll either head out for a run or I'll go to the gym, because it just makes me feel better about myself and I'm happy that I'm either getting my cardiovascular health improved or I feel better about myself because I've been to the gym. That's especially important to me because one of my goals for 2026 was to become more fit and especially to have better cardiovascular health, which is what I've been going for a run every day. I wouldn't recommend doing the same activity every day, so I'd switch it up. Maybe one day go to the gym, maybe the next go for a run. Then you could do some push-ups, do some home exercises. Don't keep it monotonous, otherwise you'll get bored of it and it'll become more like a chore than an enjoyment. Then I'll prep clothes, I'll review for the day, mainly by writing in my journal. I'll link the video up top of why you should journal in 2026 and why it's so crucial. I'll go and have a cup of tea, I'll go and speak with family members, sort of just wind down for the evening before I go to bed. Again, have no screens, ideally. If you have to have them, maybe if you're on call from work, that's fair enough, but ideally I personally don't like to. The final thing I'll do at night is I'll prep for the morning, I'll pack my bag for work, I'll go and make a fresh bottle of water, I'll set out my clothes just to get rid of that morning stress and just make myself feel better and know that I will feel better in the morning, which gives me better sleep. So that's the overall 2-hour framework that I've been using for my evenings. Now I'm going to go through a few common mistakes that you might be encountering while trying to do these things. One thing people do is they try too much. Just try to add 2 or 3 elements of what I've just said. Maybe try adding going for a run or journaling or making a healthy meal every day. Don't try and do all of what I've just said in one go. Just try it out, see how you feel, and if you like it, add more and more elements. Again, similar to taking on too much, but being too rigid is also a really bad thing that most people do. If you just aim for 5 out of the 7 days, that's a really handy thing to have. It could even be 3 out of the 7 days just to achieve something that you've set out to do. The most important thing that you have to remember is skipping the decompression stage is probably the worst thing you can do, because you eventually become burnt out and it again becomes a chore to do the things that you set out to do and achieve your goals. Don't follow what I've said step by step and do it identically to how I have, because the way I've done it is specific to my life. Customize it and make it your own. If you want a few customization tips, here's a few that I can give you that help me customize it around my own life. So adjust the timings and anything that you feel needs changing. Maybe I even start with half an hour every evening, bump it up to an hour, and then go to an hour and a half, 2 hours, so on and so on. You can even do a 3-hour evening. I personally just do 2 because it gives me 2 hours after that to do my own thing. And if I want to work on more YouTube videos or if I want to play games, it gives me something to do and gives me a time slot of where everything goes in my evening. Be concerned about things like your work and your family. Adjust it around them. Them two things are probably the most important things that most people worry about. And if you don't adjust it around them, you'll end up, as I said, becoming burnt out and it becoming more of a chore. Make sure everything is in an order that you like it. So don't intentionally eat something because you feel like you have to eat at that time. Don't intentionally work for 30 minutes because you feel like you have to work for 30 minutes. Do it in that 2-hour time slot, however and which way you want to do it. The results that you're going to get after 30 days is much more improved sleep, especially. Minimum for most people, you need about 8 hours of sleep a day. Some people even need 9 or 10. Personally, I need 8. As I said, customize it around what you feel you need. You'll eventually see more of a sense of control of your evenings and your life overall, and you'll be a lot less stressed. Celebrate your small wins even daily. I recommend weekly. Just things like if you completed your goal of going to the gym 3 times a week, or if you completed making a YouTube video, anything it might be, just celebrate goals, even if they're little, because it gives you a sense of achievement, which is really important to staying disciplined and achieving your goals.
Yeah, so that's my entire 2-hour framework of my evening that I use pretty much every day after work. Obviously you can tell something's different. The last time I recorded for this was about a week and a half ago. I've moved my room around since. My voice is gone because I've come back from Kencast. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one, which should be posted next week, so see you then.